wanted to, I probably couldn't figure it out
No,
because
we've
every time I've tried, there's been an issue.
they hate us when they don't want us to go live with our fans. Whatever.
Oh, okay. That's a great start right there, just a yawn.
Ah, truly.
Well, welcome to Ovo Slander. Here we are. It is the end of May, and for you, it's the beginning of June. We've made it, and made it through what? I don't know. It's through to June, and that's a win.
Let's clap. We should clap for that. We made it all the way to June. We me realizing June is the halfway point of the year, and I'm just like, "Oh, oh, okay, okay. Well, anyways, we made it. We made it to June."
Here we are.
Oh my gosh. Well, 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 Matthew, first off, I feel like I haven't seen you in a decade, so I'm so excited to see you right now.
I know. We've talked on the phone, we've Snapchatted. I've sung you beautiful songs in the style of B. Arthur via Snapchat. If anyone else wants to receive these songs where I sight read at the piano and sing songs, add me on Snapchat.
I'm telling you, you're in for a wonderful late night treat. I love sitting at my read desk, laying in my bed, and I open my Snapchat Matthews at the piano. I know this location well, so it's always I just never know what I wanna get until it begins. It's always it lands every time. So thank
Oh,
you for that. I'm so thankful that I get to experience your concert firsthand. Front row seats. What a dream. What a dream.
Randall is not as appreciative since he lives here, so I try to only do them when he's out of town.
Ugh, whatever. He doesn't get it the way that I receive it. Like, it's everything.
Honestly, I would love to have, like, an old school party where people do just, like, stand around the piano and you, like, sing songs and, like, with your drinks and have a good time. That sounds so fun to me.
Ugh, that's how it should be. That's what we should be doing. So I will make a plan to come visit you, and we'll gather an audience, and we will do that.
Yes. With my incredible piano playing.
And it is. And it is.
Ugh.
And it's wonderful. But everyone will yes, people will know what we're doing in advance, so they will have time to practice and prep their own stuff.
I like it. Oh, well, how are you? Oh, of course, now is when Bert needs to
Yeah.
come in. Bert, can I help you? Can I
Oh,
help
our
you?
special guest, Bert.
You've been asleep all day, and now you need something. Now
Yes.
you do. Do you need to go outside? Or are you just looking for crumbs? The triple dipper is gone. I ate it. It's gone. And now you're gone. Goodbye. Shoot.
I he's so he was looking for that triple dipper. Ah,
Oh, he was. I killed that thing.
ugh,
I did so good. I only ate half of it last night.
that's the way to do it, you know? I love to split it up a little bit because 'cause I'm like, I'm triple dipping 2 days in a row.
Mm.
Mm.
And when I ordered it last night, the lady was like, "Good choice." And I was like, "I know."
Don't tell me twice, Diva.
I was like, "This is not my first rodeo. I know what I'm doing at Chili's."
Ma'am, I this is not my first day on earth. I know how Chili's works. Triple dipper right here in my mouth, please.
Mm,
My gosh, do I need to go to Chili's later? I think I do. You've
mm.
influenced me. I must. Ladies and gentlemen, our first live episode will be taking place at a Chili's. We don't know which
Ooh,
Chili's or
yes.
where. We will be in a booth at a Chili's. Mics on, locked in. So be on the lookout for that invite at some
Well,
point.
I think you need Chili's. How are your reads? How are things?
How are things? uh, my reads have been going okay right now. I think I've gotten over that hump of when I had issues with my reads like opening on the sides of the tips. I don't know if it was just a weirdly weird cane that all just ended up together that I was just using back to back, but I seem to have gotten out of that hump, so that's nice. Um, what else is going on? I'm trying the Caleb -1,
Ooh,
trying to figure that shape out, see how it goes. I used it before and it was like it was good. So I was like, maybe I'll just try it again. So that's what's happening right now. I had some reads I wrapped on last week and this week. So they're coming along. Nothing to worry about. All my reads that I'm making are going to my students, unfortunately, because which I'm still trying to figure out how they have needed reads from me when some of them graduate next week. So I'm like, what concerts, what rehearsals are you doing? What is going on? Are you actually practicing at home now that you don't have band? I don't
they're like, "It's gonna be my last read. It's gonna have to get me through literally the rest of my life."
know. I'm like, let it. Good night. Give me the money right now. So yeah, that's how my reads have been. How about you, Matthew? What are your read news updates?
Not really much. God, have I done anything with them? I feel like I've been kinda lazy with them, and just sort of coasting on a couple of good ones, kinda getting me through to the end of the season and going, "It'll be fine. It'll be fine."
Good.
Did I have anything to talk about them? I felt like there was something, and now I've forgotten. Let me go look at my read desk, and maybe that will jog my memory.
We're going to the read desk. Let's see what Matthew's got. Lights on. Boom, boom, boom. I know that's right.
Uh, no, I think the only thing I've really been playing around with, and this is sort of a constant thing, is the steepness of my tip. Because I
Mm,
feel like I can never quite get it exactly where I want it. Because, like, when it's too straight across, they're really, like, easy and buzzy and bright. And then we go too steep, they get overly stiff, and I love the homogeny of sound when they're that way, but I just can never quite get exactly that
yeah.
angle that
Ugh,
I want, and I know that it really should change from reed to reed based on what the cane needs, but it's you don't really know until you've already put it in.
exactly. Ugh.
So, something that I am trying is starting my tip a millimeter too high and
Ooh,
just do and scraping straight across, and then adding just a little bit down, and so slowly bringing the corners
ooh,
down and back, um, until it's where I think I want it. And we'll see how that works.
ooh, I like that. I like that. You're just like, you're just chiseling it out to where it needs to be,
Mhm.
giving it a base. I love that. I feel confident about that for you. So I'll love to know how it goes.
I'm sure nothing will come of it, and I'll just end up irritated because I will not keep good records,
You're like, I'm just gonna be pissed when this is over, but I'm doing it anyway.
and that is my entire, like, methodology of reed making.
I'm just gonna see if this is gonna piss me off or not. Here I go.
Mhm.
Newsflash,
Answer
I'm
is yes. Like,
plot twist, you guys. I'm actually more pissed now than I was previously. That's my favorite. Mm.
well, how are your gigs?
Oh my gosh. Trying to think the last gig I had before now. My gosh. Oh my goodness. Was earlier this month. I was playing in the Missouri Symphony. They had a Broadway musical kind of pops concert happen. So lots of Wicked was played, stuff
Mhm.
from Cats and Phantom of the Opera, but I was on oboe too, so naturally, I got to listen to the majority of this and hang out while bringing in a little bit of, like, harmony here or there. Overall, the concert was good. I was a little bummed. They did sing for good. but there was only one singer, and she just did it herself, and I was like, "Okay, this is not for good, this is for okay."
And why did they not call you to the front of the stage to sing the other part?
Like,
What's their problem?
I was confused because I had a mic. They had me mic'd up on second oboe, and I was like, "This isn't being used, like, you want me to check in real quick? This thing on, this thing on? I have been changed." I could have done something.
Mhm.
No, they wouldn't let a professional singer do it by herself in a different
Mhm.
key that I was like, "Is that in your range or someone else's range?" Either way, it happened. It happened, and I enjoyed it. I got to hang out with a bunch of my friends. The principal oboe, he lives in Salt Lake City, and he did, like, a recital. Well, it's kind of a fundraiser thing for, like, musicians who travel out of the state to come play with the symphony, and he just did a cute little recital that was free, and it was fun. I never heard him play, like, solo before, so
Mhm.
it was very fun to hear him just jam out. I did some Britten 2 Insect pieces, some Jenny Brandon, 3 Desert Fables, very short, cute little things, and then he played Gabriel's oboe for one of his friends who was there, and she was bawling her eyes out the entire time. I was like, "I love that music moves you like this. I love that Gabriel's oboe did her like that." So, yes,
So
that's
you
how my
saying
day been.
sorry, you said Gabriel's oboe, and that reminded me that I think I was supposed to email my version to somebody, and I don't think I ever did. Uh,
Ooh. Ooh. He said, "Hold, please. I'll be right back." That's too real, Devo. That's too real.
okay, it doesn't look like I ever did send it. So, but you know what? Let me just text him and be like, "Did I ever send you that Gabriel's oboe?"
He's like, "I've been waiting for that the entire time." I thought you maybe had died and forgotten about me. Be like, "No, no, no, no. I didn't forget. I've just been locked in."
I have been the opposite of locked in. Okay, well, anyway, that that was a good reminder. So he played Gabriel's oboe.
You see how music leads the listener to different things? Move this woman to tears,
Ugh,
move Matthew to an email to check something. But yeah, that was the last gig that was the last gig I played. Truly just been hanging out. Most of the
nice.
time, my season has started to slow down once I got past, like, February, and I'm like, "You know what? That's okay." What about you? What about you? How have gigs been for you as of late?
So since the last time we recorded, what have I done?
And granted, Matthew's done
Um,
really everything. Matthew plays everything. Matthew is everything.
what have I done? It was the Link Up concerts. I think
Ooh.
this one was the Orchestra Rocks, and it's changed from the last time I played it, and that was surprising. Like some of the little things in there, I was like, wasn't ready for this. This was weird.
I don't know who was in charge of this, but it's happening to me, to say the least.
Then we had Easter, and that's always a good time. And we played like the same music we play every Easter. There's a little Bach thing that we do
Mm.
that I think has been the interim music at some point when I've attempted to do that on the podcast. Um, then I played another gig. Oh, I remembered what I played. It was a young person's guide to the orchestra.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Then, I did a concert. It was The Sorcerer's Apprentice, which always, ugh, it is what it is. Um,
Ooh.
the Brook Violin Concerto and Russian Easter Overture. So no, I
Ooh.
know I told that first flute player, I was like, I hope your tongue is gonna be like okay after this.
Good luck. We're all holding it together.
Then I played with a university orchestra. They just, like, hired me in to come in and play English horn. I played, like, 7 notes, super easy. I subbed in with another group, just, playing principal on, New World Symphony and a couple other pieces that I didn't know. But it's always fun to go in and play that one. Especially I feel like I play English horn on it all the time, which it is a great English horn part, but I was like, "Oh, it's nice to play the first oboe part on this for a change."
Just to be like, "Oh, this is what's on the other shoe." I love it.
And then I played pictures at an exhibition earlier this month, which is it's a good piece. It always takes me back because I played it in youth orchestra.
Oh.
And granted, I think we cut out some of the really hard movements.
Yeah.
Um, what else did we play on that concert?
It was a
Uh,
hot minute ago. It was a hot minute. It was a hot
it
minute.
was. I don't know what I played, but pictures was the big one. Then I played a thing called Beethoven Lives Upstairs, which is a fun little like, you play a bunch of Beethoven music, and there are some actors, and I couldn't tell you what they're talking about because I was too busy playing and looking at my
Beethoven, yeah.
parts.
Just,
But that
it's
was fun. I got ooh, oh, hi. Oh, hi. Sorry, the kitty came to say hello.
oh,
Um, but I got to play that one with the new oboe professor at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. Hi, Rachel. It was great to
I
play with you. We had fun. And then we went out for lunch, and had dumplings, and we split a donut with an Earl Grey glaze on it. Oh, so good.
oh, that sounds divine. Oh, I'm always hungry when we're talking on this podcast, so I'm
I
always just
know.
like, "Nah, yo."
And then I pl this was 2 weeks ago now, I guess, we did an overture that I can't remember by somebody named Goldmark. Um, the L'Arcian Suite number 1 that has the
Beautiful.
farandole in it that everyone knows. Oh, there was so much on that concert. Casablanca Suite by Max Steiner,
Oh. Oh, oh, oh.
and
Beautiful.
which it was funny as I, like, looked at it, I was like, "I've never played this," and then there was a part that had my handwriting, and I was like, "Oh, guess I have." So that's always a thrilling when that happens.
I've never played this in my life. Is this not your handwriting on the next page? It is.
Um, and then we finished the concert with Cézanne's Piano Concerto number 5, The Egyptian. So,
You know what? Spicy. I do like that one.
yeah, it felt like a long concert. Very, like, schmaltzy concert too.
Yeah.
And during that week and on that Sunday, I did, like, a little outdoor pops that was fine, and that was the day that the weather went up to 90 degrees pretty suddenly, so that was great.
Of course it does. Of course it will.
Um, and so that's kind of been my other read struggle, I guess, is that it was 90 last Sunday, and then this week, it was hot, and then a couple days ago, it started cooling off. Yesterday, the high was 65, I think,
Ooh.
and so that kind of drop in less than a week is crazy. Today, the high is 76, and then next Sunday, the high is 69. Like, it's the weather is just going like this.
The weather's looking a lot like my tuner where I'm playing. She's up, she's down. She's up, she's down. She's real down, she's real up.
But
You
yeah,
know
I think that's been all my gigs.
I love that. You're always gigging. You live in your
Whew.
car forever, diva. I love it. I love to
Tell me
hear it.
about it. And it's getting expensive to be in my car.
These gas prices, they're not playing games, and I'm like, "Okay, don't do me dirty in the fall, please, please."
Right. Um, 'Cause Lord knows the orchestras aren't gonna pay us anymore.
No, they sure won't. They're gonna cut down on mileage, honestly. They'll be like, "Maybe this will help
Probably.
you guys." Whatever. 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 Ugh, alright, well, I figured we could talk about maybe some of our favorite concerts of the entire season, maybe some of our least favorites, and then any, like, memorable concerts, whether it was good or bad or whatever made the concert memorable. But we could just yap about that for a minute, and maybe if any of our listeners wanna send in, their answers for their favorites or least favorites of memorable concerts, we could potentially remember to read them if you send them to us via email or on social media. We could potentially give it a try to remember to read them, but until then, send them anyways. Send them on. That's fine.
Well, I
I
think
think
we're pretty bad at yapping, so
yeah, I
we're
think
no
that
good at that.
it's it's a skill. We're still trying to master said skill, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. My goodness. I can go first if you'd like. I can tell you my favorite
Please
concert.
do.
You're like, please keep going. So my favorite concert that I didn't mention it when I was talking about like my past concerts I've done so far, but one of my good friends, Heather, is a flute player, and she moved to Minnesota. This past summer, we did a duo. A couple months ago, we did a little duo. We played the second movement of Alyssa Morris's "Coping" for flute, oboe, and piano. We played such a wonderful trio with the piano player. The piano player is also a flute player who was also playing a bunch of other solo stuff on this recital that he wanted to give at a flute conference. And it was just a wonderful concert and such fun time because we have been trying to play together as a group for maybe 2 years, and we never, like, made solid plans to do anything. And then Heather asked me if I would play with her for this, couple of months ago, and we did. It was really fun, and I loved it. I've always loved Alyssa Morris's works, and Coping was one of my favorite pieces, still is one of my favorite pieces for chamber music, and I hope to play some more of that piece later on. But yeah, that was, I think, by far my favorite concert I've played this entire year. And and surprisingly, not an orchestra concert. So that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I'll have an orchestra concert. And I was just like, you know what? No, this one was by far my favorite. So
Oh,
yeah, because I got to do it with my
and
friends.
that's why we need Alyssa Morse to write our theme music.
This is a call out. Alyssa Morris, we are looking for theme music. If you could write us a cute little ditty that we could play, something cute, short, and easy, just like us, that would be great. So
What
let's get
how
on
tall
that.
are you? Sorry, now I have to
Now you have to know how tall am I? I'm 5'6". I'm
okay,
not.
I'm five
I'm
seven, so
okay. See, look at this. Look at us, short cakes right here. Short kings, short cakes. I love us. I love us.
okay. So let's see, what was my favorite concert? I think it was a concert with the Greensboro Symphony back in February. We did the Toast to the Town Overture, Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, a piece called Glory and Grandeur, which was written by the former a former composition teacher at the School of the Arts in North Carolina, and Dvorak 7, and that was the first concert that I played my new oboe on, but also I just had fun at that concert, so
Ah,
I think that one was my favorite.
oh, I love that. I love that. I love your new oboe. First off, I love your new oboe.
Oh, me
It's
too.
gorgeous. It's incredible. And love that it got its first like concert and it was a fucking great concert. It was such a great concert.
And then for did you already talk about your least favorite concert?
I have not.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Do
I'm
it.
like, I
Take
will
the
take the lead
time.
because it was most of the other ones. No, um, no, I
It was
will
the rest of the
say,
season.
in general this season, a lot of the rep I played was not my favorite. and it's okay. Sometimes it just goes that way. Um,
It does.
it's fine. But, I truly my least favorite was a concert that I talked about doing where we did the Sorcerer's Apprentice, the Brook Violin Concerto, and Russian Easter Overture. Like, Russian Easter Overture is kind of whatever for the oboe part, and the Brook Violin Concerto number 1 is pretty, but that was the 2nd time I've had to play the Sorcerer's Apprentice this year, and I was just like, "I do not want to do this
No.
at all." Um, and it just kinda did me in, and it was with the same conductor, and bless
Stop.
his heart.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
And
exhausted.
so well, because we did it once on, like, some Ed shows, and then he threw it on a Masterworks. So it was like, ugh. But anyway, so at one of the rehearsals, he's like, I grew up listening to the Fantasia version of this, so really, like, a lot of, like, how it moves, the speeds up and slow downs is really what I'm used to. So I'm gonna try and do it that way. And they're trying to line it up with film when they're doing that. So it's and there's, like, measures cut and junk, which we, thank goodness, didn't do, but so we ran through it one time with him doing it that way, and he was like, "How did that feel?" And I said too loudly, "I need a Dramamine." And luckily, like, it got a good laugh, but that's the sort of thing that comes out of me when I'm at the end of my rope a little bit.
The
Oh
filter
my
comes off,
gosh.
and she's just swinging at
Um,
the point.
and I will say, after I said that at the break, a string player came up to me and was like, "Just so you know, you were like our mascot, like, for the orchestra. You just say all the things that we are thinking."
And you're like, "Well, you're welcome. I play the oboe. I have a right to say what I need to think."
'Cause I think the other or one of the other times I said something, like, loud and crazy in there. I think it's we were playing an American in Paris a couple years ago, and the conductor went off and at some point it ended up like, "Blah, blah, blah, the American dream. I don't know when the American dream died," and I went, "With Reagan." Like, is that a
Maxwell!
question? Do you not know? Uh,
You're like, "I got it. Don't worry, guys." With Rick, it's crazy.
and I
You
suppose not when Reagan died, but, like, with that presidency. But,
That was a rough 4 years.
anyway. But yeah, that was my least favorite concert. That one even beat out the concert in 90 Degrees that I did last week. So,
And you and we know weather plays a huge part in how we feel about playing the oboe,
oh, yeah.
and the fact that that beat a 90-degree concert, terrifying.
Mm. What was yours?
My least favorite, was back in September. Um, it was a season opener for one of the orchestras that I play in, and I only played on an overture that was less than 10 minutes long. So I did in fact have to drive about an hour and a half one way to go play for 10 minutes and then drive back after that. And I was very much over this week in this cycle because I had to do that like 3 separate times before the concert. And
Ugh.
I was just like, I I don't I don't wanna be here playing for 10 minutes and then having to do all this driving after work and stuff. And the piece we played was, I have it pulled up right here. It was Skyline by Jennifer Higdon. Um, the English horn part, you couldn't even hear me playing on
Oh,
anything. I was covered up by, like, the majority of the brass and all the strings, and no solo lines. Everything was just very, like, "Ba-da-ba-da-dup, ba-da-ba-da-dup," kind of just silly little things like that, so I was like, "Okay, Jennifer, you couldn't even write an interesting part. Why'd you even write an English horn part?" Like, I don't even know what it was for.
hot take, if the English horn doesn't have a solo, don't write an English horn part.
That part, that part, that part. 'Cause what are we doing here if we're playing, like, this auxiliary instrument that has a very, like, soloistic nature? Like,
I
what are
mean,
we
because if we're just playing in tooties, no one can hear the English horn
no, I don't
at
care.
all.
I'm like, even I'm like, "Please, if you're gonna wri" I'm like, "If we're all gonna play, at least write, like, a harmony part in the English horn part, so at least it be heard outside of the oboe section instead of us doubling."
Or give me, like, a cute little melody with, like, the cellos or violas or something for a
Ugh,
second,
put the
and
lowest
give us
string.
that nice color, but if I'm not really doing anything noticeable on English horn, that part doesn't need to be there.
No, leave me out, leave me out. And it was just, like, lame because that was, like, the beginning of the concert. The rest of it was the Barber Violin Concerto and then Sibelius 1, which had no English horn, and I only play English horn in this
Mhm.
group, so, like, I they were like, "Oh, yeah, you can leave after," and I was like, "Trust and believe, I will," but, like, what a lame, like, piece that I had to play and sit through. I even asked the second oboe player, like, after we played it, I was like, "Should I even, like, been here and played this?" And she was like, "I probably could've just doubled your part and it would've been fine." And I was like, "Yeah." Anyways, I got paid to do that, but that was just it was more inconvenience more than anything. Yeah.
Yes. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, you get paid the same," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it doesn't feel worth it." A lot of the like, to make that drive and to do something so personally unfulfilling, I
Yeah.
think.
I was like, "Why did I have to do more?" Like, I don't know, in an audition for this spot than I did once I got it this season.
Mhm.
But that's that's over. That happened, and good night. So, I wanna segue over to maybe our most memorable concerts we played the entire season, whether it was good or bad, but just what made it memorable. Did you wanna go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Of course I will. Ooh! So, this is actually a concert I did, this was, like, the end of April. I was playing in the Ottumwa Symphony. One of my friends from my undergrad, her name is Courtney, she lives in Chicago. She actually came down to play second oboe and a little bit of English horn on this concert with me and our principal oboe, Amy. And it was just a good time because we played a lot in undergrad together, and then we did our master's programs in Iowa and in Cincinnati. So we never really got to see each other during COVID. I don't think anybody saw anybody during COVID. But it was just nice that she was like, "I'll make the trip and come play a little bit," and it was just like a love romance concert. I don't know why it was a love themed concert in April, but it was. We played the Romeo and Juliet Tchaikovsky overture. That was fun. I got to scream some English horn on that, and she played second oboe, and then we just did a bunch of pops love medleys that a local composer arranged for everyone with some singers, and that was a choice. I think what made it memorable was that the male singer kept making eye contact with us whenever we weren't playing, so we weren't really
Oh.
sure what that was about, like, during rehearsal. I was just like, "What are you looking at? Like, we're just sitting here. We're just sitting and waiting while you're singing, you know, and you feel the love tonight." And when he's looking at us, and I was like, "Okay." That was, like,
Did
during
y'all
rehear
do Endless Love?
No, no, but it felt like
Oh,
that would've, like, taken the cake for sure if that was in the medleys, but it wasn't.
well, guess what thing I'm sending to you next from the piano?
I
I
can't wait
will
for
be
it.
Diana Ross in this
I can't
scenario.
wait. I love a cabaret with Matthew. I love this is Matthew's late night show, everyone. He
Mm.
it's a variety hour, so I'm always looking forward to it. Okay, that was my memorable concert that you know, for good or for bad. What about you, Matthew?
Oh, I was hoping I'd be able to come up with one while you were
And you know what? At the end of the day, if none of them were memorable, that's completely fine, actually.
actually, it's not one that I played. It was seeing Madame Butterfly in Vienna, I would say is the most memorable concert of the year for me.
And you know what? Yeah, sometimes the most memorable ones are the ones where you're not on the stage and you're just getting to be a participant and absorb the art and beauty.
Mhm.
Oh, God. That's a good one. That's a good one. Girl, you better work. Oh my goodness. So, do you have any of our most wonderful favorite concerts that are coming? Are you looking forward to any Summer Melodies concerts? Are you looking forward to being outside again, playing your elbow?
Mm, so
Ooh!
much. I love I mean, I'm happy that I have my synthetic oboe to take outside. Um,
Yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
it's the one I play all the time, but still, I'm like, I just feel safer with it
Exactly.
outside now, you know?
Ugh.
Um, but yeah, it's just a lot of the basic Americana, I assume. I haven't seen the rep yet for these, but that's what it always is. Um, let's see, but what else do I have? I have the IDRS recital, which will be
Ugh.
fun.
Yes.
I'm on the last day, which is Saturday at 2:40 PM. I think the conference ends, like, an hour after that. Uh,
You're like, "Well, that's it."
so if you don't have a plane to catch and you are sticking around to the end, come see it and then get out of there. Yeah.
Evacuate immediately. But
And
make sure
if
you
you
guys
can't
stream on
make
that
it,
stream
that
after.
is also totally fine.
I wish I could go. I wanna hear you play live is what I need. I need to hear you play live.
Mm.
I've only had recordings and I'm just like, "Ah, come on, girl."
Then a couple weeks after IDRS, I am doing a reed trio performance,
Yes.
which I'm looking forward to. We're gonna do a reading session in a couple weeks. We have like a whole bunch of rep picked out, and we're just gonna kind of go through it and be like, "Oh, do we actually want to do this or not?"
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I love a good read trio. I
I
love
know I'm gonna have to get my face in shape for that though.
Oh my goodness, yes. Ugh. It
Um,
do it do take it out of you a lot, but it's fun.
and then I've got a couple of quintet versions of Peter and the Wolf. One of them's gonna be in Spanish.
Ooh.
So I
Sorry, I almost said, "Wee wee." I I had to stop. I thought I was gonna go, "Ooh, wee wee." I'm gonna go, "Oh, no." Please don't cancel me, everyone. I am a good person. I just get things mixed up a little bit, that's all. I'm just a little bit dumb. That's
it's
why this is
okay.
my podcast. You can hear me be dumb. You can hear me be dumb on a podcast.
Ugh. Well, how about you? Are you doing fun summer concerts or
Eh,
not fun ones?
I have one coming up, well, not coming up, but it's in the end of June. It's gonna be something I found out earlier this week. I have to play principal on that concert instead of playing second English horn like I normally have been. So that's fun. Now I've gotta just get a couple reads made for that and
Mhm.
I don't know, prepare my body and soul and my instrument for the heat and death that follows because we play this concert like lakeside. So it feels like I should just jump in the lake at that point and not even bother like trying to stay
Yeah.
cool at this point. Just jump in and let it just boil me alive. So that'll be late June. But other than that, the only other thing I'm doing that I mean I'll be playing at it, but is the Southern Oboe Intensive in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm gonna be a counselor there and playing in some double reed chamber groups and doing a big double, mostly oboe English horn band.
Nice.
It'll be fun. Be very fun. We're supposed to do some like I think a fundraiser gala kind of concert thing. I don't know. I'm supposed to play bass oboe on that.
I was gonna ask, I was like, "Is this the thing you're supposed to do bass oboe on? That'll be fun."
Yes. I'm gonna be playing some bass oboe. Apparently, we're doing a couple Barrett melodies that are gonna be arranged into 4 parts. Someone's getting put on the oboe
Ooh.
more. Not me, but I'm playing on the bass
Mm,
oboe, and that'll be my debut playing maybe Barrett etudes. Don't know which ones yet, but
nice.
get to do that, and that'll be fun, so I'll try to post cute pictures and things from Southern Oboe Intensive, so everyone will know what I'm up to.
Well, outside of concerts, what are you doing this summer?
Well, outside of concerts, one of my really, really, really incredible friends, Nicole, is getting married in July, and I'll be officiating her wedding, so
Ooh,
I've never done that before. I did it online. I think it was like American Marriage Ministries website. I have the certificates and things from the mail sitting on my desk, just waiting
nice.
for me. Official paperwork. So slowly but surely been working on stuff for the ceremony. But I have to say, I don't know, but that's like the main thing that I have going on that I'm looking forward to this summer. So that's me. What about you, Matthew? What are you doing this outside of performing, at multitudes of recitals and outside concerts? Which are your favorite concerts, you
Mm,
know?
next month I'm going to San Francisco with my family for a week, so that'll be fun. I've been before, but so it'll be a very different experience with my family, but it'll be a good time.
It'll be fun. You guys will have fun, I'm sure.
And I have a
Great
good
time.
friend that lives out there, so we're gonna get together with him.
Oh, good. To hang
Um,
out and party with the girls,
mhm,
travel. Ugh, I love it.
um, I'll probably do a little bit of schoolwork and try and get in shape. I don't know, that won't really happen, but I'm gonna pretend like it will.
You're putting it out there, that means it must happen now.
Yes, that and some med balancing, good times.
Oh, yes. Ah. Matthew said this body and mind are gonna be ready by the end of the summer. It's gonna
Mm,
be locked in, locked in. Thank goodness. I guess my last thing I was gonna ask, do you have any goals for the summer? Oboe related perchance? I don't know.
um, it's probably the same thing as my New Year's resolutions that, we've obviously done a great job of keeping up on. Um
Focusing only on the resolutions that we've kept for the past 5 months. Oh my god.
um, I mean, I've kept up on them so good, I don't even remember them. They're just, like, so much a part of my daily life.
I just I know nothing else but them, but I can't tell you what they are, of course,
Um,
like
and every summer, I'm like, "This is the summer I'm gonna learn to double and triple tongue well," and that always goes great.
you're, like, so good at it, actually. Could you please
Um,
demonstrate for the class real quick?
but
Just
then another small oboe thing that I would like to work on is a little bit of embouchure reworking, just
mhm.
like a teensy bit, because I look at it and honestly, it looks a little overly relaxed when I look at it, and I do
Mm.
find that like, my corners I mean, you can't really see if you're listening, but I feel like I don't bring the corners forward quite enough, and also because I have kind of a tight upper lip, I guess, like, for
Hmm,
my buck teeth. I have a hard time pulling that lip down, and so I get a little bit too mouthy with the bottom lip
okay.
instead of the
Interesting.
top lip, and so, like, a lot of people you see 'em playing the oboe and the nose comes down
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that, and that feels like a huge stretch for me. So I
Hmm.
think I just need to work that upper lip muscle just a little bit because it really doesn't take much, and it really helps open things up a little bit. So it's not like a major embouchure rework, it's just a little bit of strengthening up there.
Hell, that'll be good.
Yeah, how about you?
Mine is, similar to yours. I always believe I'm gonna learn a double tongue, triple tongue, all of that. I get it. I get maybe a weekend. I'm even lying then. I get 2 days in, and I'm like,
Mhm,
"Well,
mhm.
this is boring. I mean, let's move on." So I'm changing it up this year. I'm gonna try to do more English horn playing this summer and not do my
Ooh.
usual like, "Ooh, I have to play English horn in, like, 3 weeks." Okay, so I can learn how to play the English horn in 3 weeks again and just get my body and mind back to like, "Oh, yeah, that's how you play it." And sometimes that's as of late, that has always bitten me in the butt a little bit where I'm like, "Ugh, I'm very much dead and tired from playing," and I'm
Mhm.
like, "I wanna get my body and mind back into it with English horn," so, definitely gonna spend some time doing a lot on my oboe warm-ups and even give myself some scales and technique assignments to keep me on my toes with my English horn.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make it happen. The first concert I have to play with one of these orchestras is New World, so
Ooh, yeah.
I gotta have my lungs prepared for that and see if I can get my everything to sound good for that, so listen up! And I think in September, I'll be playing New World. So that's my summer goals, just get better at English horn.
That's fair. I feel like I kinda BS my way on English horn, but then people are like, "Oh, I love your English horn playing." I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you. I spent 5 minutes on this."
And, like, if you wanna thank anybody, please thank past me when I was younger, fresher in school, and I played it a lot, and then the muscle memory stuck with me, the endurance did not. So, it
See,
finds its way to me at the
I
end.
find English horn so much less exhausting, like, on my face,
Mm. Oh, sorry.
and I don't know if my reeds are better, if my embouchure is just, like, better for it. I don't know.
But
And also, I love my English horn, so that helps.
right, like, I mean, when everything is just, like, set up appropriately and just works out beautifully, you're just like, I guess the English horn and I are kind of, like, perfect and made for each other. I don't know. I don't know. I just believe. I just believe.
Well, that wraps up our episode of Oboe Slander. You can find us on social medias by searching for Oboe Slander, or you can email us at oboslanderqueens@gmail.com.
My gosh. I've just been so excited about doing this podcast with you, Matthew, so
It's so
I
fun.
wanna thank you for choosing me to be your co-host and just letting us bring our wonderful chaotic stories and voices to the overall world because, again, the world needs it.
Truly, they do. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Ah.